the, I believe, North American title due to interference. I think happens in Houston. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure. Olympia certainly going to be heel and kind of um, getting as much out of the heel epitaph as he can. Skandar Akbar is out there with him, thus cementing his heelhood, so to speak. And we kind of see Akbar trying to get under the skin of the Junkyard Dog, which is, good, and it is what it is. Anyway, match is a lot of stalling, which, I mean, Olympia and Dog probably as partners was good, but as heels is not great, and we see some underhanded tactics and begging for him to get up. We see cheating along the way here, and the use of a foreign object laying out the dog, and kind of referee get knocked down. Bill Watts declaring that the uh, title should be vacant. Meanwhile, Mr. Olympia, kind of saying that he is a champion, and they show the victory there. Newcomer King Kong Bundy to the area. This is the bald Bundy. Of course, he's been around quite a while in world class, where he predominantly started. He wants a challenge. He wants open competition, and begs for such throughout the beginning of this. Ron Ellis, who is his competitor for today, is not that, and he almost basically says, "What is this?" Bundy, certainly not not a guy who's going to wreck any houses as far as traditional work rate. Big kick to the chest, and this is where he starts the uh, big splash avalanche, big splash, and demands a 5 count, almost as if to show superiority. Highlights up next of Tito Santana and Matt Bourne, I believe, also from a localized house show. It doesn't look like Houston because it's lit differently. Big drop kick by Bourne, and Santana, who trying to make his way back to his feet. He's back in the WWF sometime in '84 because he starts the big deal with Valentine, but at least for a good number of months here in 1983, Tito Santana is part of your Mid-South wrestling area, and odd that they don't even really seem to mention much of it in the articles online. It seems to be a forgotten era for Tito because he was part of WWF for so long, and it is only a matter of months. But anyway, snap over by Bourne. Bourne drops the knee across Tito's bridge of the nose, and Tito certainly stays on the mat with several minutes of holding on to the area, and Bourne manages to miss the bombs away from the top rope, so not good to be Matt Bourne on that particular day. And then a atomic drop, which, think about this, up until 1983, an atomic drop, at least for part of it, was a finish for Bob Backlund in the WWF or WWF, depending on the 82-83 switch. Anyway, inverted leg grapevine and bridging pin combination for Santana gets a victory over Bourne, which is really cool. Hacksaw Duggan against Butch Reed up next, and again, this is a bit of a brawling situation. Reed, who by his WWF run, which I actually I did not catch. I had to go back and watch on tape because I didn't become a fan until '89. I never cared for Butch Reed. However, I love his Mid-South work. So it's just, I think it's who he's with and what he's allowed to do. But big drop kicks on Duggan, and he is brawling with Duggan, standing toe-to-toe with him, and going all over the place. And really good match as far as two big guys kind of doing a hoss fight in 1983. Reed gets the man down, crunches on him, sits on an armbar. Big vertical suplex takes him over, and again, there we go. And then, ultimately, big kick by Duggan, and there we go as far as that's concerned. Duggan off the ropes with I guess, kind of a little bit of a weak kick, but anyhow, Duggan manages to get beat down a little bit. Odd that Duggan and Reed would be a start for Reed. I don't remember Reed being a part of Mid-South before this point. He is a big part of Mid-South for quite a while after this. Big body slam. I even remember I think it's from Mid-South, a Ric Flair Butch Reed match I really enjoy from about 84, 85. But it's weird that he starts with Duggan. Big shoulder tackle, football style. And Reed gets a pin right in the middle. Hook the leg, 1, 2, 3, and done. Black Ninja versus Tito Santana. Seems like Bill Watts is bulking up on talent here. Of course, Ninja is, of course, none other than Kendo Nagasaki, who we've seen in the weeks past. He and Santana, I imagine, could have a good run. I've met Tito several times, and just a really cool guy, down to earth, and he was wrestling up until the last few years. He went for quite a while. Anyway, lots of mat work by Tito here in the early going of it, and kind of see, he stays right on Nagasaki. Meanwhile, Nagasaki sends him to the outside to the floor, hits him in the eyes with the mist, and willing to cheat under any circumstances to get the victory. And Tito comes back in, not willing to take too many backward shots, and Mr. Olympia against Butch Reed is your main event or your final event of the broadcast. They're given about 10 minutes, probably a little less by the time they do credits. And again, Reed is dominant. Reed uses power. Olympia uses technical. Olympia tries to keep him down, but also doing cheating now that he's on the heel side. Reed, I guess, would be considered a babyface at this point. Lots of stalling early, and they do shake hands in this particular setting, which is odd because there seems to be more cheating with Duggan. But anyhow, Reed uses power to overpower his opponent, and again, kind of see the roll up. Reed kicks him off, and there we go. We go back to the announce table in between, and Watts trying to basically put over the natural athletes that he does have. Again, we go back to a promo with Olympia and Akbar, and Akbar still trying to say he wants to eliminate Mr. Olympia completely. And that'll close us for this particular edition of the program. We'll be back with more right after this.